Hey everyone, as you can tell, I've gotten a couple upgrades to both audio and video, which means I really don't have any more excuses to not make content and start uploading regularly to this channel. I do have a lot of ideas that I want to do for this channel, and one of them to kind of get the ball rolling is I want to do a series of videos that looks back on older games and decides whether or not you should actually take time to track them down and play them. Nostalgia hits pretty hard, and there's a lot of times you think back as a kid like, oh, that game was so amazing. And then you play it again, and you realize it wasn't, or it wasn't as good as you thought, or you didn't know what you were thinking as a kid, you were just happy to have a video game. And instead of doing a full review or a let's play of the game, what I want to do is just kind of dive in, get our feet wet, and then decide whether or not that game was actually worth going back and spending time on to play through. So with that, let's just get started and jump into the first game. Alright, flashback to early 91. I go to a friend's house and he says, hey, I got a new 2-player game we gotta play. And he pulls out Ninja Crusaders. Never heard of it, but figured ninjas are cool, Crusaders are cool, why not give it a shot? So let's jump into it and see what all the hype was about. So right off the bat, dystopian world, very original concept. And you're a ninja, and you run around and you throw ninja stars. Pretty simple, seems pretty fun. I can get behind this. But then my friend tells me, hold down and B. Alright. And you turn into a tiger! Now, depending on what weapons you have in this game, you can actually turn into different animals and they all have different skills. So obviously, as you see, the tiger doesn't hit very hard, but can jump really high and is really fast. The whip that you saw back there turns you into a scorpion, and we'll touch on that a little later. But the bow is a short weapon that's very, very strong, but its animal is a bird, which you use to fly over the entire level, which is pretty handy. Now, they do think about this in later levels. They make it so you can't just fly over the levels, so it's not just, easy, instant win. Now, you should notice I picked up a fourth weapon, the sword. Now, really strong, short range, but look what the sword turns you into. It's a friggin' dragon! This is basically you're invincible. Like, you fly through things, enemies don't hurt you. It's pretty OP. And then in 2-player, if I remember correctly, you... Oh! Jeez! Well, that sucked. In 2-player, if you use the dragon, both of you get warped into the dragon and you're just one person, which makes sense because you are so OP as the dragon. So let's just carefully go through. See, as a bird, you can't fly through right there. Let's just... Oh! Whew! Alright. Let's just frickin' turn into a bird already. There are no 1-ups in this game. Instead, if you have a weapon and you get the same weapon again, that gives you an extra life, which I guess is pretty handy. But now, you get to see a boss. And who knows what these things are. But, as you can see, they're very easy if you have the right weapon. The bow is one of the strongest actual weapons in the game. But the hitboxes are a little dodgy. Oh, another sword! Just blow through this entire level. But as a kid, this game was actually a lot of fun, especially the 2-player aspect of it. Both of us running around the screen, changing into animals. It was definitely a fun 2-player experience. Woo! We made it! The Lake of Chaos. Now, remember how I said we were going to get back to the scorpion? Well, you're about to figure out what the scorpion's good for. Alright. So on land, a scorpion is very slow. But in the water, the scorpion is a god. And might as well get some lives there. And as you can see with those drops, this is kind of geared towards 2 players sometimes. You'll see a lot of things where it's 2 items right in a row. there's a couple more lives for me. We will probably need them. It's too slow. Oh, come on. I didn't even touch it. One hit no matter what, and you're gone in this game. So, that's something you have to watch out for. Go, little scorpion! And why a scorpion is the god of the water. Come on. Jump! I don't know. We'll take the extra life. And we will go back to a scorpion. I guess this gives us extra lives. Right with this. Oh, but I'm a tiger. Whoa! Alright. The Ninja Star is really bad as far as damage output. Rock a tiger for a little bit. Tiger attack doesn't seem to be that bad. Oh. But he's pretty slow in water. Turn around. Look at that hitbox. That was a beauty, wasn't it? Oh, bows. Oh, another boss. This one is hitbox is like in the mouth. Not the head. The mouth. There we go. Whew. Alright. I can actually play some old school games. The Devil's Forest. Fuck this. Bird time. Oh, those things got... Oh, there's a sword. Whoop. Whip, no thank you. Alright, whew. Right, move. And we out of there, boys. The Iron Fist Castle. Let's just skip most of this. Music's not too bad in this game either. Oh, yeah, I'm glad we skipping. All right. Whoa. Well, that this is gonna suck. We might be into the video here. I said I would go. I promised myself that I would go till I had to get the game over. Come on. See what I mean by these hitboxes? Are ridiculous. I guess I could just jump over them. Really? Well, there we go. That was it. All right. This is. I don't remember this. Is that a place? Well, we're on a battleship now, I guess. It's a very weird, like, multi-level. Very weird multi-level structure. Whoa! Oh, come on, I was right there. All right, we'll go one more go. And then we'll break this down. Well, there we go. So, with that, let's talk about it. All right, should you play this game? Probably not. As a single player game, it's pretty short. As you can see, the levels are pretty short and the worlds are pretty short. And as long as you have good enough timing and the right weapon, the bosses kind of fall down pretty easy. I'm terrible at these games, and I was able to mow through all those bosses pretty easily, especially after not having picked this up in several years. It has some interesting ideas, such as, you know, the different weapons and changing into animals and things like that. But as a single player experience, there's much better games out there you can play. I mean, the one you're probably drawing the comparison to right now, Ninja Gaiden, much better game to play single player. If you do have a friend, though, that you want to play a simultaneous two-player game with, this might be one to pick up. You can be different animals, different weapons at the same time, and there's some interesting combinations with that, so you can have a lot of fun. Just remember, it is a pretty short game. So ultimately, unless you have a friend with you, you can go ahead and pass on this one. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below to let me know what you'd like to see in the future, if there's any other games you'd want me to check out. And with that, I hope to at least get about 2 videos up a week with this. Bear with me while I learn the whole editing process and all of that good stuff. And then by the end of this week, I should have my Twitch schedule completely fleshed out. So if you want to see longer plays of things like RPGs, or even me randomly dying a lot on Apex because I'm terrible at that game, make sure you go down and check out my Twitch channel as well. I'll have all the information in the description box below. But other than that, you guys, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Talk to you later.